Hey everyone, as you can see, it's a little crazy in here. We have a lot of people squished in a little bitty Airstream, but this is the way we like to roll. I did not want to miss getting a video out this week because last week we had a little bit of a staycation. Paul and I did a lot of soul searching about our lifestyle, and in this video we are going to share with you our thoughts. Do we still love Airstreaming with all of the travel delays that we're experiencing and the state of the world and the gas prices and all of that? And make sure that you stay tuned until the end of the video for some channel updates and some changes. Today's video is going to be true vlogging style, so let's go. So before we get started, if you're new to our channel, welcome. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. We would love to have you. Let's say hi to Paul.
How y'all doing?
And we live full-time in our Airstream, and this channel is about everything Airstream. It's about remodeling. It's about day-to-day living. It is about changes and just going through life while living in a tiny space. It's about showing you that it is possible, even when you have grandkids and lots of family, when you're traveling, whether you're staying still, it's doable. And yes, we still love it, so don't get worried. So I came in the back real quick, so maybe I can get some peace and quiet. Maybe, I hope. In the last video, I did mention the fact that there was a slight possibility that Paul and I's travel plans would be delayed again because of some medical visits that we have that has delayed us again in our travel plans. We were actually supposed to leave last Monday, and that didn't happen. And it was very discouraging. I don't care who you are, you can make the most detailed and best laid out plans, and sometimes it just doesn't work out, and that's where we're at. So when your plans change, you can handle it in a couple of ways, right? We all experience it. You can either cling on to those past plans that just aren't working out, or you can head in your new direction after stopping and reevaluating, finding joy of where you are in the minute, and just look forward and reroute, right? To be very honest with you, I have really struggled with this more than Paul has. I'm like, no, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. And when Paul and I sat down this last week and just laid everything out on the table, is this the season for us to be traveling? Is this the season for Airstreaming? What is this season and chapter in our life? What direction are we going, and what direction do we want to go? We really had to, especially me, do a real attitude adjustment. That's not always easy, is it, when we want something? But sometimes you've just got to refocus on where you are in the moment and be very realistic about it, and still find a way to find those silver linings and joy. A lot of seasons of our life we've lived in this Airstream, so do we still love it? So let me give you a realistic idea of how we feel about our Airstream. And we really had to remember these things. I'm going to give you some examples. When we first started, Paul and I were full-time working and living in our Airstream. We loved that if we didn't like where we were, or if the atmosphere changed in the park we were at, we could move our home with us and go to some place that we did love. When Paul retired, we were able to move our home to a place closer to my place of work, and we loved that. When we both retired, we picked our Airstream home up and we traveled several states and had a blast. In this last season, in January, when Paul and I got very sick, Paul ended up hospitalized, and frankly, it's March now, and we are still going through recovering periods of COVID. So in this stage of our life, my daughter and son-in-law said, hey, because of our delayed stay that we weren't expecting, they're like, hey, let's build you up a pad so that you don't have to worry about getting out or moving your RV, and you can just recover. So we built up a pad and we moved our RV in this spot, and the season that we're in, we need to be around family who can support us. So do we still love Airstreaming? Absolutely. Our Airstream to us is just like a friend that has been there for us in all of these different seasons. And our Airstream allows us to roll with the changes that life has thrown at us. So as with most things in life, when you're done kicking and screaming because you don't like it, you usually find that it ended up being the right change at the right time, because gas prices are through the roof. And probably a lot of you, if you're traveling or even full-time traveling, you are experiencing this right now. It's continuing to rise. Paul and I put gas in the car the other day, or in our dually truck, and it was $122 to fill it up. And we're stationary. That's just us going to the doctor, going to the store, and things like that. $122 to fill up, and it's going up every day. So I think that the season that we're in is perfect. Okay, so if you guys have watched my other videos, then you know that prior to making the decision to stay put for a little bit, I have been experiencing with fermenting vegetables, with making sourdough recipes with my new sourdough starter, and just, I've been in that homey place. And so we're using this opportunity to do a little Airstream homesteading, and we are preparing a vegetable garden to plant for us and for my daughter's family. And so the other day I filmed a few clips on what we're doing to prepare for this, and you could take a look at that now.
You should do the big shovel.
Like that. Like that. Like that. Can you do that? You want to try? But this button. This way. Alright, do it again. I'll do it over here.
Alright,
Time to put the dirt in the buckets. I'm hardening off the vegetable plants right now, which means I'm just letting them sit out in this environment for about 2 weeks. I have another week to go before I can actually transplant them.
There.
Yeah, I can get a lot more. Ooh, that's heavy.
Huh?
That's heavy. It feels really good to get my hands in the dirt again.
Let's take a break. Let your back, get back in shape.
Yeah, that's perfect. Handshake with a strong arm. Let me see, put it down. Ooh, guys, that is perfect. Okay, go ahead and dump it in the trash can in the composting bucket. Guys, that's perfect. Good job, Keegan.
we're done.
We are babysitting Harlow today, and we've got Paisley and Layton. They're playing Legos and eating strawberries and goldfish. There's Paul. Okay, so now we have showed you some of the things we're doing outside. Let me tell you about some upcoming changes to this channel, okay? Let's talk. So in these upcoming videos, what you're going to see, since this is going to be our permanent home base in between traveling, and right now we're going to be here for probably a couple months before traveling again. We're going to let those gas prices kind of settle down a little bit. So since this is going to be our permanent homestead place between traveling, we are going to, in the next few videos that are coming up, you're going to see us getting this setup more established. We are going to purchase a cover to put over our Airstream to protect it from the hot sun and to protect some of our plants. Paul's going to be building some raised flower beds. Let's see what else. We're just going to be doing a lot. We're probably going to get some outside patio furniture. And also, my daughter and son-in-law are trying to get their business established. So Paul is going to be helping them do a lot of that. And we already have, and we're loving it. It's really not, I think Paul really likes getting on that tractor. I love getting my hands in dirt. This is just a great season for us, and we're so appreciative that full-time Airstreaming and RVing allows us to do this right now. And it doesn't seem to matter what season we're in, we just love it. So another thing that we're going to be doing for you, our Airstream family, and for me most especially, is if you guys watched the video where Paul was hospitalized with COVID, you'll remember that I talked about how vulnerable I was, not knowing how to do any of the outside setup, draining the tanks, filling the fresh water tank up with water, just little things. And in that video, I did say that Paul was going to teach me how to do all those things whenever he got better and was doing better and could do it. So we're going to start doing that. Paul's gonna show me how to drain the tanks and all that, and we're just gonna do short little videos of my progress so that you guys can see I really am doing it. And along those lines, what we're going to do is we're going to pull all of the valuable information that we have kind of embedded in our other videos on how to do certain things on the Airstream, you know, how to, you know, fix those AC vents that keep coming out, how to do this and how to do that. Paul has given some incredible tips on how to do these things, specifically on an Airstream, but on a lot of RVs. But it's kind of embedded in our other long videos. So we're going to pull out those video clips and we are going to create a playlist that is called Airstream how-tos or RV how-tos. Haven't done it yet, but we're going to start pulling those clips. And as Paul teaches me how to do all of these things on the Airstream, we'll make those short little how-to videos as well, and that'll be on its own playlist so that it's easy for you to reference, and us as well. We are very excited about this new playlist, and we hope that you are too. Our other videos, our day-to-day videos, are going to be vlog style. We kind of had to go back to the basics with all the soul searching we did last week and remember what our goals are for this YouTube channel. We have two goals. The first goal is to create these videos as memories for Paul and I and for our family. The second goal is to develop a relationship with you, the viewer, and show you that if you want to full-time Airstream, it is so doable and such an awesome lifestyle. We've remodeled this Airstream. We've showed you some of the problems that we've had along the way. We just show you living life while full-time RVing, and we share with you how we're doing it, and that is our goal, to encourage you in your full-time Airstream journey or full-time RV journey, or even just weekend traveling. And really, our life looks a lot like people's lives that lives in sticks and bricks, only we can move ours on down the road when we feel like it, which makes this lifestyle so unique and wonderful. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to live simply,
Dream big.
do life, and for our RV friends out there, just roll with the changes. We love y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.